Hello and welcome to CloudFolks HUB. My name is Bhavesh Atara. In this video, we are going to create our first EKS cluster. After creating cluster, I'm going to provide you some more information about it, which is really very interesting. So let's start. Here I am inside my EKS console, and if you want to create cluster, you need to click on create cluster. Right now we are creating this cluster in auto mode. I have to provide name, let's say that my cluster. Then you can select your Kubernetes version. You need to create cluster IAM role. I already explained you that how we can create cluster IAM role. If you don't know, no need to worry. You need to click on create recommended role. Then it is going to open IAM console. It will create your role automatically. Here we are getting AWS service, and it is going to attach this role with the EKS auto cluster. Next, it will attach policies automatically, required policy. So we just need to click on next, and then it is going to create this. Now I have this role already in place, so I'm just going to select this. Now same is applicable for node IAM role as well. Click on create recommended role. Now it is creating role for node. Here you will get this EKS auto node. Next, it will attach policy directly. If you want to give permission to the specific service, you can attach this policy. But right now we are just going with the default settings. Next, here Amazon EKS auto node role. I have this role already, so I'm just going to select this. Now you are actually providing detail about VPC. Right now we are not creating any VPC public subnet and private subnet. We are using default VPC. Here you are able to select VPC subnets. I'm just going to select AP South 1A and AP South 1B. Now when you click over here, you will get list of the settings for your cluster. You will get EKS auto mode enable. Yes. Now here you have all these options, which is default for auto mode, and some options are actually you can edit this. Some options are fixed. You cannot edit this. For example, you cannot change VPC. If you want to change subnet, you can, right? So now I'm just going to click on create. Now when you click create, it is going to create cluster automatically, but it will take almost 10 minutes. So for this video, I have just created cluster already in advance, so it is going to save our time, right? So this is my cluster. Now you have to wait. If you are creating cluster, you have to wait until you are going to get your cluster status active. So here I am getting detail about my cluster. Now question is, can I manage my entire cluster from here? No. There are two ways to manage your EKS cluster. What are these two ways? Let me explain you using mind map. Introduction. Once you create EKS cluster, you must manage and control it properly. EKS gives you two main ways to manage: AWS Management Console, and another way is AWS CLI plus Kube Control. Now, question is, okay, what I can manage through the AWS Console? So I'm going to provide you this detail. First of all, you will get detail about your cluster. Look at this. You are going to get like cluster status, cluster health, Kubernetes version. So you will get all the detail about your cluster from the console. Second, access management. Who can access your cluster and all these things means IAM management can be done through this console. You can go to the access, and here you have the detail about your IAM access entry, and you can add new entries as well. So access management can be possible using AWS console. Then add-ons. If you want to add some add-ons, you can add this by default with the default mode. Auto mode, we have only metric server. If you want to add more add-ons, you can add this from the console. Then you can also manage node groups. If you go over here in the compute, you will get this built-in node group pool and node groups. Now here I just want to provide you some detail. We have created our cluster in auto mode. When you create your cluster in auto mode, you do not need to manage node groups. AWS will manage this automatically. It will add worker nodes automatically when it is required. And this is actually built-in node pool. So it will manage worker nodes automatically. Node groups is only required if you are going through the classic mode. In the classic mode, you have to manage node groups manually, and that you can manage from here. Now you may have this question, like we are in the auto mode, so why we have these node groups visible? Because AWS is now giving us this flexibility that okay, you have built-in node pool. In the auto mode, AWS will manage this worker nodes through this built-in node pools. It is there, but if you want to add a node manually, you can also create node group and add node manually, which is kind of hybrid environment. I recommended you, because we are in the auto mode, do not touch node group. We are going to use built-in node group pool in which AWS is going to manage our worker node, right? Node group is actually required when we have specifically classic mode, means we are managing our EKS cluster manually, okay? Then you can also manage networking. Here we have this networking option. We have this VPC ID, we have this subnet. Okay, you can change the subnet. So all this can be done through the console. And then we have some monitoring setting as well. So here we have this monitoring through the CloudWatch or third-party tool. So all this can be managed. All this can be managed through the console. But what are the limitations of console? What you cannot manage from the console, right? Now this is the most important part.
Sorry to interrupt you. I know you guys are enjoying our video a lot, because our final ultimate goal is Solution Architect Certification exam. To reach the destination, we required full videos. Path number 1, our 6-in-1 program. Our 6-in-1 program include all prerequisite skills which is needed as a cloud engineer. It include 24/7 support, lifetime update, section-wise practice test, full course practice test with tips and tricks by Bhavesh Atara, how to do exam preparation course, weekly lifetime live session with Bhavesh Atara, and 6 AWS project with documents. Path number 2, you can enroll by paying $499 and get Hindi and English, both the languages, videos of AWS. The choice is yours, how to create your success story by choosing best one. Best of luck. Thank you.